Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today in this video I am going to be talking about doulas. If you don't know what doulas are, I will tell you. So, doulas are a person that gives you advice on information and physical and emotional support. They're there for you, and they're there from the minute you hire them, which is probably beginning of your pregnancy to the end of your pregnancy, and you can also hire them for postpartum too. So basically they're there to guide you and be there for emotional and physical and all the information you need to know about pregnancy. They're gonna tell you. But here's the thing, they are not a medical professional, so they cannot give you advice on medical. They don't have, they might be have the knowledge, but they are not the professional medical license, so they should not be telling you anything medically. If you have anything medical information that you're curious, you should ask them to ask your provider, and you can go with them and your medical provider, your doctor, and they can sit with you, and they're there as a support system, and just in case you did not understand anything and stuff like that. So but they're not directly, they are not allowed to give you medical advice, period. They're not doctors, they're not allowed to give you that information, but they are there to just tell you, give you, provide you with all the information, and they are there to like I said, guide you through pregnancy. And here's the thing, because a lot of people, a lot of doulas, there are good doulas and they're not good doulas. So how do you know what is who you have and what doula is right? So first of all, let's say, example, you wanted a water birth and this cesarean. Let's say you want cesarean birth, and this doula is telling you, no, you cannot do that. There's a lot of, you should have natural birth and stuff like that. You should not take any medications or anything. That's a red flag saying that they are not for you. They're not the right doula. They should not be telling you how you want your birth. If you want cesarean, they should be there and saying, okay, I am here to support you, and if you want cesarean, go ahead. I will be there with you throughout the journey, and here are the pros and cons. That's all they're there to tell you, that what is pro and what is con. And other than that, they should not be telling you how you want your birth. That is not their job, and that's how you know you have the right doula. And another thing is, a lot of people get confused. They think that doulas are only for natural birth, and that's not true. Anyone can have doula. Anyone. And if you want cesarean, or they're like your best friend, is all they are. If you don't have any family member and you need support, they're there for you. And so that's what they are. They're like pregnant woman's best friend. They're always there. If you have any questions, you can ask them, and you know, you get this bond with them because you're always hanging out with them, and it's just such a beautiful connection you get with them when you're pregnant. A lot of people have the same doula for their second baby, third baby, because you get this beautiful connection with them. So yeah, not only, I think there are misconceptions that doulas are only there for natural birth, and that's not true. And I feel like the reason I'm making this video, because I feel like a lot of people don't know about doulas, and I didn't know anything about doulas when I was pregnant, and I was pregnant twice, and I still didn't know anything about doula. Only thing I knew was doctors and midwife, and that's it. So that's why I'm making this video, because I want to inform people that, you know what, I think a lot of people not should, but I think that information needs to be out there for a lot of people to know that they have option. And I feel like, you know, it's a wonderful services our doulas are giving, and I feel like not a lot of people know to even have the choice. And I want to give them choice that, look, you're not alone. You're not alone in this beautiful birth, because a lot of people feel like they're alone, and there are people that don't have a lot of family support, and so, and just they should know that they're not alone, and that's what doulas are there for. And you know, more and more nowadays, a lot of young people are giving birth, and yeah, some, not all cases, but some cases, families are really not thrilled about it because they got pregnant without their family's approval, or whatever the situation is. And you know, I feel like those teenagers and young kids that are getting pregnant, I think you know, these services are very helpful, could be helpful for them, and so they know that they're not alone in this beautiful journey. And for anybody, these services are there for people, so they can know all the information that there is, because doulas know a lot, and that's their job, is to have lots of information. And I feel like that having care provider, your own doctor, is great, but you know, you don't want to call them every 2 seconds, and they get annoyed, they're not available, they're busy, they got emergency. So I think that's where doula comes. That's where they come. You can call them. You know, I think you and your doula can discuss what is, you know, I think most of the time doulas are pretty much open to, you can call them anytime. Probably not be best calling them at 1 in the morning or so, but you know, they're there for you, and differently than the doctors are. The doctors are there also, but I think doulas are like your best friends, and you can call them anytime during the day, and they're there for you. So, and they have all the information, and if you have any medical information, you can ask, you can talk with them, and they can reach your doctor, and you guys can talk, and they'll have, you know, better knowledge of how to explain it to you, or I'm sure you will get it. But what I'm trying to tell you, that I feel like, you know, in my second pregnancy, I did not have a lot of support, and I don't have a lot of family members at all, and I did feel like I was alone. And I think it would have been really change if I had a doula. because I had a lot of questions, and I felt really alone. I don't have families all around, so you know, it's something that you don't want to call your best friend, or you don't want to call your extended family members and ask them every little thing, and you know, it makes you self-conscious too, and it just, I don't think you're open quite like that. So, and that's when doula comes along, and you know, I wasn't sure, you know, if I was doing certain thing right, am I eating correctly, and you know, you can read and learn, and there's a lot to learn. There's always a lot to learn, and I feel like the more information you have, the better knowledge you're gonna have, and it's just beautiful journey that you're going through. And I think it's just helpful to have that extra person that knows information, and you can call them anytime. So I kind of wish that I knew about doulas, but that's why I wanted to make this video, and you know, get this video out there and let people know that you're not alone in this. And you know, research about doulas. They are wonderful, they are so friendly, and you know, I definitely recommend doula. And here's another thing, that people might think doulas are very expensive. Who can afford doula? I am telling you, anyone can afford doula. Doulas are not expensive. I mean, there are doulas that charge a lot, but there are also doulas are free. There are doulas that you can barter with them, and for example, like, you know, if you're a music teacher and this doula has kids, you can give their kids lesson, and in exchange of having the doula services. So there you can compromise and barter, and there's so many like ways to pay doulas, and or some charge less than the others do. Some insurance pays for it, and there are insurance that reimburse you for certain classes that after the birth. So I think it's important to research doulas around you, and find what works for you, and like financially, and connection, like what kind of connection you will get with this doula, because it's very important to like your doula, because they're gonna be like your best friend. Like, I keep using that word, they're gonna be there throughout the whole thing, and you gotta make sure that you know, you like them, and you feel like they know a lot of information, and true information, and just make sure they work for you, basically. If you have any kind of like iffiness, or you don't feel right about this doula, I would definitely recommend choose a different one. There's lots of them. You don't need to go for one. Don't worry about it. There are lots of doula. You just keep changing it and find the one you like. So there are doulas that will work with you financially, so find the one that works for you. These are the information I wanted to share with you. I hope you thought that this information is helpful. I want to spread the word out. I want to let people know that you know, they're not alone in this pregnancy journey. So please share these videos to your friends, family, anyone who's pregnant, or you think they're gonna get pregnant, and recommend them doula. And yeah, that's all I have for you. So don't forget to like this video. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.